In the vast expanse of human history, few entities have made an impact as profound as the Roman Republic. This remarkable political entity, born in 509 BC, was a unique blend of democracy, oligarchy, and monarchy, a delicate balance that required constant vigilance and political maneuvering to maintain. At the heart of the Roman Republic was the Senate, a body of lifelong politicians, the aristocracy of Rome. These patricians were the backbone of the state, holding the power of decision and direction. But they weren't alone in this political landscape. The Roman Republic cleverly integrated elements of democracy and monarchy as well. Elected officials known as consuls served one-year terms and held executive power, while a system of assemblies allowed the Roman citizens a voice in the government. Yet, it was not just the internal structure that made the Roman Republic significant. On the world stage, it was a powerhouse, expanding its influence across the Mediterranean. It was a model of governance, its system of checks and balances influencing future democracies. Its laws and policies, its military strategies and infrastructure are still studied today, demonstrating the timeless impact of the Roman Republic. But as with all great things, the Roman Republic was not immune to change, to the ebb and flow of power. In the grand scheme of history, the Republic was but a phase in the evolution of Rome, a stepping stone to something larger, something grander, and, in many ways, something darker. The seeds of change were sown within the very fabric of the Republic. The increasing tensions between the patricians and the plebeians, the social unrest, the widening wealth gap, the rising military power, and the ambitious individuals who saw an opportunity in the chaos, all contributed to the gradual destabilization of the Republic. However, the Roman Republic was not destined to last, and a series of events set in motion the transformation that would forever change the course of history. The stage was set for the rise of the Roman Empire, a shift that would redefine Rome and leave an indelible mark on the world. Enter Julius Caesar, a charismatic and ambitious leader, who along with Pompey and Crassus would form the First Triumvirate. This informal alliance forged in the late Republic was a masterstroke of political maneuvering, demonstrating the cunning and ambition of these three men. Julius Caesar, born into the prestigious Julian clan, was a shrewd politician with a knack for making powerful friends. His charisma and military prowess made him popular among the people and soldiers alike. Pompey, another popular general, had earned his reputation through a series of successful military campaigns. Crassus, the wealthiest man in Rome, brought financial muscle to the partnership. Together they formed the First Triumvirate in the year 59 before the Common Era. This alliance was not an official governmental structure but a behind-the-scenes agreement that allowed the three men to consolidate their control over Rome. It was a delicate balance of power, with each man leveraging his strengths to maintain and increase his influence. The Triumvirate's existence was a clear indication of how the Roman Republic's traditional political structures were crumbling. It represented a shift towards a more autocratic form of governance, with power increasingly concentrated in the hands of a few individuals. However, the Triumvirate was also marked by internal tensions and rivalries. Crassus and Pompey had a long-standing feud, and while Caesar managed to keep them in check, it was a delicate balance. The death of Julia, Caesar's daughter and Pompey's wife, weakened the alliance further. When Crassus met his untimely end during a disastrous military campaign in Parthia, the Triumvirate crumbled. With the alliance in ruins, Caesar and Pompey found themselves on opposite sides of a civil war. Caesar, ever the opportunist, seized the moment. His victory in the war set him on the path to becoming the sole ruler of Rome, marking the beginning of the end for the Roman Republic. But the Triumvirate was not to last, and the ensuing conflict would catapult Julius Caesar to a position of unprecedented power. Julius Caesar, now at the zenith of his power, would begin a series of reforms that would forever alter Roman society. Ascending the pinnacle of power, Caesar focused on reforming the Republic, driven by a vision to transform Rome into a beacon of civilization. One of the most significant measures he took was the introduction of the Julian calendar. Prior to this, the Roman calendar was a chaotic mess, often manipulated for political gains. Caesar, with the help of Alexandrian astronomer Sosigenes, replaced it with a solar-based calendar consisting of 365 and a quarter days. This was an innovation that harmonized Roman life with the natural seasons, a system so effective, it remained in use in most of the Western world until as late as the 16th century. In addition to this, Caesar also undertook a series of social and political reforms. He expanded the Senate, incorporating representatives from provinces across the Roman territories, thereby giving them a voice in the governance of the Republic. He enacted laws to curb corruption, reformed the tax system to be more equitable, and initiated public works to employ the jobless and to beautify the city of Rome. Caesar also made strides in alleviating social unrest. He implemented a policy of land redistribution, granting lands to Rome's many landless citizens. This was a move that not only helped to quell social discontent, but also earned him immense popularity among the masses. These reforms, while controversial among the conservative Roman elites, had a profound impact on Roman society. They not only addressed the immediate issues plaguing the Republic, but also laid the groundwork for the future empire. They demonstrated Caesar's remarkable foresight and his ability to enact change. Despite his influence and power, Caesar's rule would be violently cut short, setting the stage for a power struggle that would give birth to the Roman Empire. Yet, as history would have it, the man who dared to dream of a better Rome would not live to see the lasting impact of his reforms. The Ides of March, 44 BC, marked the end of Julius Caesar and the beginning of a tumultuous period in Roman history. Following the brutal assassination of Julius Caesar, Rome descended into chaos. The Senate, once the heart of the Republic, faced a power vacuum. The absence of Caesar's commanding presence led to a scramble for control as ambitious men sought to fill the void. Among the key players were Mark Antony, a close ally and friend of Caesar, and Marcus Aemilius Lepidus, a political figure of considerable influence. Yet there was another who would rise to prominence, a young man named Octavian, known to us as Augustus, the grandnephew and adopted heir of Julius Caesar. In 43 BC, these three men formed the Second Triumvirate, an alliance forged out of necessity and shared ambition. Much like the First Triumvirate, this alliance was a political maneuver designed to consolidate power and control the Roman state. But unlike its predecessor, the Second Triumvirate was officially recognized by the Senate, giving it a veneer of legality and legitimacy. While united in their quest for power, the members of the Triumvirate had different strengths. Mark Antony was a seasoned military leader, Lepidus held sway over the Roman provinces in Africa, and Octavian, though young and relatively inexperienced, had the name and legacy of Caesar to bolster his claim. Their alliance, however, was fraught with tension and rivalry. The triumvirate was marked by a series of purges, proscriptions, and political maneuverings. Yet it was through these power struggles that Octavian emerged as the dominant figure. He skillfully navigated the treacherous political landscape, outmaneuvering his rivals and consolidating his power. The Second Triumvirate, unstable as it was, set the stage for the final transition from republic to empire. It was the crucible in which Octavian was forged, the proving ground that prepared him for his future role as Rome's first emperor. The stage was now set for the final act in the transformation from republic to empire. From the ashes of the republic, a new leader, Octavian, would rise to establish the Roman Empire. After Caesar's assassination, Rome was thrown into chaos. Amid the turmoil, Octavian, Caesar's adopted son and heir, emerged as a key player in the power struggle that ensued. Octavian formed the Second Triumvirate with Mark Antony and Lepidus, mirroring the political alliance of Caesar, Pompey, and Crassus decades earlier. However, this alliance was short-lived. Tensions between Octavian and Antony reached a boiling point, culminating in the Battle of Actium in 31 BCE. This naval confrontation off the coast of Greece marked a decisive victory for Octavian. Antony, along with his ally and lover Cleopatra, retreated to Egypt where they met their tragic ends. With Antony out of the picture, Octavian stood unchallenged. He swiftly consolidated power, and in 27 BCE, the Senate awarded him the title Augustus, meaning the revered one. This marked the end of the Roman Republic and the birth of the Roman Empire, with Augustus as its first emperor. Augustus skillfully navigated the political landscape, maintaining a facade of republican governance while holding the reins of power. He introduced a new political system known as the Principate, where he, as princeps, was the first among equals. He cleverly retained the structures of the old republic, but ensured that real power rested with him. Under Augustus, the Roman Empire flourished. He ushered in a period of peace and prosperity known as the Pax Romana, or Roman peace, which lasted for over 200 years. He expanded the empire's borders, improved infrastructure, and patronized the arts. laying the groundwork for Rome's golden age. Augustus's reign marked a turning point in Rome's history. He transformed the Roman political system, shifting it from a republic where power was shared among many, to an empire where power was concentrated in the hands of one. And so the Roman Republic was no more, replaced by an empire that would leave an indelible mark on world history